Good morning to day 234. First day waking up in our dusty construction site home. But I just thought I'd show you, I mean it is kicking on 7:30, but this is what's so the whole reason why we did this is because of the view and the sound. And obviously the sun's quite high now, but 6 o'clock this morning you literally watch the sun come out of the water. It's absolutely amazing. Obviously it'd be nice not to be looking at all of this sort of stuff, but I'm sure at some stage this will disappear. We'll get this completely beachified if that's possible. This is what we're going to be looking at some stage, that's for sure. So that can't come soon enough. Obviously today we have quite a few tasks on. The main one obviously is the guys are actually now doing the overhang underneath here. So as you can see, they're starting to put the wood all the way along. So we'll be battening that and construction boarding that. The painters obviously have got to fill here and paint that and here and a few other bits inside. So we need to obviously just get the inside bits done because we just need the dust to disappear. So we need to get the painting around the sockets done, painting around the door frames done, sanding around the door frames done, and then try and get painting in here ceased. Never to be seen again. Skirting boards, I need to obviously get the coin bins today and have a quick look at skirting boards. Give me some ideas on skirting. Sorry about that incoming call. I was going to go skirting board-less, but we are struggling with that. So I need to find something very sleek and unique, ideally pre-painted, pre-primed, something that's very low maintenance and very small. So I'm thinking, basically something around about sort of 3-4 inches, but very thin, that I can just buy in strips that are already done, that I can just stick around. So anybody got any ideas, let me know. That'd be great to hear. And I don't obviously want nails, I don't want sanding, I don't want painting, so something that's going to give us the effect we're looking for that doesn't involve all of the sanding and painting and all the garbage that goes with it. If I have to do it, then I will do it, but I'd rather not do it if I can help it. The monster in the kitchen is pretty much dry, but we're definitely going to have to put some more coat on it, which is a real shame. So probably a pre-sand with a hoover, hopefully. And some more filling going on that, and then hopefully we can try and get it painted. And I think we're going to go with a colour on that as well, by the way. So my wife wants grey, so let me know your thoughts. A dark grey, mid grey, and we're going to start looking at something in here to try and bring it a bit to life. Obviously it's pure white at the moment, but we are thinking about having some feature walls, maybe some wallpapers. But initially I think we're going to start with going with that, which is a very dark grey. I think that's what she wants to do, which contrasts with the kitchen. So yeah, any other ideas you've got on how we can try and bring some life into the house with colour, let me know. Other than that, it really is obviously things like the door frames that we've now decided to keep as a frame itself. I think that the carpenters talked about putting a frame in it anyway, even though it's not going to be a door frame. He's on about finishing that off and then putting a frame in there. Same on that one over there. There's a few frames that don't have plasterboard. So if we're going to keep it as a framed area now, we're probably going to have to plasterboard up and around and do the filling thing, and then so that's a bit of a pain. But yeah, I mean the guy said about putting wood frames in all of them, which I don't quite understand why we would do that. If it's going to be if there's going to be no door on it, let's just get it beaded and filled and sanded. I don't think we really need to be putting frames in there. But again, any carpenters out there or construction people on the group that have got more experience than me, let me know. Here, same thing, needs to be filled here. This needs plasterboard and filled, and that needs to be obviously sanded all in. More sanding, more painting. And I've also got to try and come up with a solution above here as well. Like I said yesterday, I started filling it, which I'll show you. So this is pretty much the gap that I've got going along. And I started filling it with a bead that you could obviously sand and fill. But I want to try and put something in there decorative that does the same thing, that doesn't need the sand and fill. So I need to have a think about that. And this one here does get quite wide the further along you go. I'm not too sure why. But anyway, we need to fill that gap. So again, I can put the bead in there, I can sand and fill, create more painful dust and whatever, but I want to try and find something that enables me to just put it straight in. I don't have to worry about that. So if I can find like a 2 to 3 inch white decorative strip that I can maybe put across. We do need to keep the flexibility on the doors in case we need to take the doors up, obviously. So this also is going to be white mortared, as far as I'm aware, on the outsides to the ceiling today. And then we're going to board the front of it, as far as I'm aware. So I think that's the plan. So I want to try and get that done today again, because that's going to be more filling and sanding and painting, which I want to stop. So anyway, that's going to be that. The guys are going to be outside doing the overhang. The driveway still having some work done. The kitchen fitters haven't been in touch at all, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. But they were manufacturing the doors, and they were going to paint yesterday, I think they were. So I'm sure the doors here will be ready at some stage, and they've confirmed that there are backs to go inside these units, which are folded, they're flexible, so they put them in afterwards. And then obviously once we've done the doors, we can analyse whether the doors are good, and we can analyse then whether we actually go with the doors on there or not. So yeah, other than that, I just want to spend some time looking and setting up the kitchen properly at some stage, just to make sure, because when you look at it, it just looks a little bit off. So I just need to make sure that the kitchen is doing what it needs to do, get a spirit level on it. It is a big unit after all. Yeah, and just get the painters set up. Make sure we get the painters obviously cracking on today, because I need to get as much air coming through as possible, and try and get anything sanded and painted that needs to be done, and get them set up on the bedroom first, get that finished off, because that's still not completely finished. Then they can come into the living area here and sand some of the bits down, and get that main bit done. If they both work on that main bit in the middle, then we can get that prepared, ready for paint later on today, hopefully, because I think if they sand that down and then get the second coat on it, they should be sort of looking to get that sanded down this afternoon, and we might better get at least a few coats on it with view to priming it for tomorrow's grey, which I'm going to go and have a look at this morning. So other than that, I'm sure the guys are going to turn up, and mayhem's going to start as always. I do need to decide what I'm going to do with the building over the road, because obviously it is an eyesore at the moment. Obviously it's going to be lovely when it's done, obviously, but I just need to think about when I'm going to go trial plastic on the outside, so a nice white trial plastic, certainly on the front. And then I need to get the inside plastered as well, because at some stage obviously we're going to want to paint it and turn it into a livable space. So at the moment it's just something that's going to be neglected until we've decided what to do in here and get finished. The other thing I do need to look at some stage is the toilet. Obviously it needs to get a door frame put in here, so I need to get a door frame sourced. In the meantime, we're doing the door frame. I need to plaster straight across, obviously. Obviously it's been plastered in here now, so the room itself is now plastered, waiting for the toilet and everything else to go in after paint. Can't obviously go any higher than here until the boxing comes out, and you've got to wait at least 7 days for that. And then there's a window due to go in, which is obviously coming from the UK. And obviously this monstrosity here again, a window coming from the UK, so there's nothing can be done there until that's there as well. Door is starting to look amazing, so hopefully that's going to be coming Saturday, Sunday. So that will transform this space immediately, and obviously we need all this crap gone. And again, just need to get this door frame filled in today as well, so get the painters to do that. Again, it's another thing that's going to have to be sanded down, but we can get that done at the same time when that door frame goes in. So plenty to do. We've also got work going on the driveway as far as I'm aware today, so the driveway itself is going to have the BRC put down. So you need a waterproof membrane, BRC, and then I'll need to talk to somebody about getting the concrete poured rather than us doing it manually. Other than that, we're all done. We'll check in later. Okay, a quick 1:30-ish. Don't know what time it is. Update. Let's have a quick look. Got painters in here. Filling going on. Sanding going on. Driveway's having work done as we speak. Although it doesn't really make any sense what's going on. So they actually are mortaring, spending time mortaring the trenches to ensure that the marl doesn't fall back in. It's a bit weird. Rock's working on the step. Step looks good. You all right, Rock? Yeah. 8 o'clock. Didn't get to do any filming today because it was busy. Just a quick update. Clean the screen. Okay, centrepiece. Sanded down first part. Tomorrow's going to have the first bit of primer. Fingers crossed. We're going to go for a grey, a nice grey on that. Tomorrow morning I'm actually going to start off the day by filming the sunset. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to do that later on. We're still finding our way, obviously. Beds are now in. Fans are now working. Bathrooms are nearly done. Tail rails went on today, although look a bit of a closed horse. Mirrors worked out well. Floors worked out really well. The only issue I do have, I found, is there's a brown mark on the floor there, look. Can't actually point to it. Let me spin it around. Bark in the sand. goddamn bark. So that needs to be cut out and redone, otherwise it just carries on. It's just like it's just like food colouring, it just spreads. So I need to get that cut out, unfortunately. Toilet's done, needs to be painted properly there and then siliconed around. Got a worktop going on there, but been waiting for the electricians to move the circuits up, which they did today. They've done the same over there. Glass splashback will return here. Glass splashback will return here. Everyone keeps asking me about the LED lights. They are pretty cool. You can keep your finger on them, go on and off, up and down the light, change it between warm and cold. But unfortunately, sorry guys, I got them in England. Toilet holder will be mounted later on today, probably later on tomorrow. Probably have it upwards like that, just on one side. Keep it simple. Got to do the girls' bathrooms as well. Blinds, really happy with blinds. Really, really happy. It's this magnet. So you've got full on tilt and turn. So, but inside they're actually magnetic, so you can see outside when you're one way and you can't down. It's obviously quite up in the air. But yeah, these stick on the window, and then magnets actually control the blinds and window. Very, very, very clever. As you can see, all the blinds are down. So all of these windows are tilt and turn. As I say, these are tilted out in the moment, and they also completely open up. We've still got all the plastic on the things that say we don't want to take them off till the dust has stopped, but they're working well. Doors are open at the moment. It's tentatively to the beach. As you can hear the sea. We have one street post here, a street lamp post there. We do need a couple of others. Tomorrow we will focus on outside. In here has been mopped again today. Outside the guys have been working on the overhang. The kitchen still needs to be finished. We're waiting for the kitchen fitters to manufacture the doors, but within reason that's all in. YouTuber doing its thing. More sanding and painting going on today, but that's pretty much nearly done. We found a nice little trim to go in here which sorts it out, but unfortunately they don't have any in stock for the volume we need. So it looks like we might have to go for some paint on that one, unfortunately. Wash machine is working itself today. In here, again, fan going. Daughter settling in, which is awesome. Girls' bathroom. Again, towel rail on the wall. Let me just show you what it looks like. Everyone says towel rail. What is a towel rail? It's a rail that holds towels. It's mounted. The copper's been put in, but now we just need to connect it up to the basement, so we're going to be doing that later. Again, the girls' shower's working out quite well. Tiles were finished off today as well on the return, which is awesome. So that's all done. I wish every single window frame looked like that. We still need to decide what we're going to do at the top. Probably just going to plaster that as it is and just leave the tiles as they are. Done a great job. He also repaired the tile there as well, so he's put the white tiles in there. This one was broken in half, so he's replaced that, which is good. Again, same thing on here. Worktop's going to go on here. That's pretty much done. Skirting boards, I've seen what is the next thing for me. And then we're going to find 2 racks, one to go in here, one to go in here, 2 lids, drawers all the way down. And then they'll have somewhere to put their electric toothbrushes, etc. I will speak to the electrician and find out whether they'll actually put some form of power here somehow. If they can, that'd be great, so they can use this up here for charging, etc. As you can see, they've got no space to put their stuff at the moment, but there will be a worktop area up there, so that's definitely something we're going to do. Little on an iPad. Older daughter's bedroom there, which is like nice and big and white. And the doors. So we've got industrial cleaners coming in at the weekend to do the actual doors. They're going to clean all the windows on Saturdays, in and out. And then Sunday it's a deep clean in the whole house. So hopefully we'll have all of the dust, painting, etc. sorted by then. So that's pretty much where we are so far. We had no hot water earlier on, but spoke to the plumber, he didn't have a clue, bless him. Went downstairs and the inland pump was switched off, and the boiler in and out was also off as well. So I opened the both up, turned on the power to the inline pump, and hot water come flowing through. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at getting a valve put on there to ensure that the solar water upstairs is coming down and feeding the heater downstairs, to ensure that that's full up with hot water. Upstairs is full of hot water, so then technically we have 80 gallons upstairs, 40 gallons downstairs. And the inline pump circulates the water all the time, so that rather than having to wait for hot water to come through, it should be instant. So I'm going to talk to him tomorrow about making sure that is 100% sorted. He can connect up the towel rails.
I could fit the door handles onto them, get the little worktop on the top, bathroom's done, waiting for the kitchen fitters, sorting out the paint here, hanging the lights, and then hopefully after the deep clean, we're nearly done. So I'll try my hardest tomorrow morning to start off the video with the sunrise, because we saw it this morning for the first time. It was absolutely amazing. Bifolds open, looking at the water, seeing the sun come out of the water is just absolutely amazing. So fingers crossed, I'll try and make it up in the morning and start the video with that. But other than that, any other comments, any likes and shares, please go ahead and do so. And I will check in tomorrow and update you as we go. Thanks for your time.